What is up, guys? It is BoTheMadGamer, and I'm bringing us another commentary. And today's commentary is going to be great, guys, because I'll be breaking down the trailer for the map Siege of Shanghai. Sorry for pronouncing that wrong, but yes, as you see those Asian letters, Chinese letters, those letters do confirm that this map or this game will be having us, US or America, sorry if you're not in the American or if you're not American, but yes, this will be America versus China. It's going to be very interesting because, you know, both of us are pretty much world superpowers, so it's going to be a very interesting campaign. Very chaotic also. You'll be seeing the chaotic campaign breakdown in just a couple of hours. Sorry I haven't got that out yet. But for right now, guys, let's dive right into this breakdown. So first off, guys, I want to just, freeze frame right here. I'm just going to look at the scenery. Look at all the destruction, not really destruction, but just look at the awesomeness of this graphics or this game engine. Look at the water. The water looks so much more realistic than it did in Battlefield 3. And also just the scenery and the nature and the background, the environment looks even more, war-torn, which is really what I like to look for when I play Battlefield 3. It's just a great, map setup and just a great war-torn, environment, and this is what this game does provide. Also, guys, I just want to confirm that the transport choppers are back. As you see that we are in right now, we are in a transport chopper. And also I want to confirm and want you guys to notice that there is a 6-man squad. If you look at the bottom left hand corner of the screen, you see 6 squad members, and that is very cool. EA has confirmed that there will be 6 squad members, if you did not know that. And that is a very great thing. That just shows you that Battlefield is taking the teamwork, or squad work I should say, to the next level, and that is what Battlefield is all about. So that is a great thing. That's why I play Battlefield, because of the the teamwork it takes to win the game or complete the objective, and that's what Battlefield is doing. As you will see in this gameplay, you'll see that the squad bonuses will offer you more points than it will in Battlefield 3, so that is also another great thing. Now you guys may be asking, why are you freezing this frame right here? The reason why I'm freezing this frame and showing you this particular screenshot is because I just want to show you the great graphics and once again the great abilities or the powers of the Frostbite 3 engine. If you look at this tree, it looks very, very realistic. Now, I remember playing Battlefield 3, and I do notice how the planes look pretty unrealistic, and that is really not that good. Or I mean, they look pretty realistic, some planes do, but then you get up to some planes, and they look kind of bad. Now, if you look at these planes, they look very, very well, they look really good. Now, also, I want to notice another thing is to how they move. The movement of the trees are also very realistic. So I just want to take a little note of that and just show another improvement from Battlefield 3 to Battlefield 4. Now, as we quickly roll into the city on our transport chopper, I just want to take note of one more thing as well. This is probably the biggest Battlefield map we have ever had in an urban area. Now, this is probably not the biggest map. It might be, I don't know, I don't think so, but this is probably by far the biggest urban map, and I'm going to be excited to play on this because as we move into China, there is going to be more urban maps, which I really wanted. I didn't feel like there was enough urban maps in Battlefield 3. That's just my opinion. But as we get into China, China, that's a very urban area, it sounds like. So we're going to be looking at a lot of interesting maps in close quarter combat, which is very great because I love fast-paced games. I prefer that over slow-paced. I'm pretty sure everyone does as well. But as we see here, guys, we have a side flip scope. Now, that is actually called a hybrid. I believe that it's called a hybrid scope, but that is a scope that you flip and you get a good magnification. Now, this can be really good for this light machine gun as it is on right now. Light machine guns could really use this because a lot of times when you're using a light machine gun, you're gonna be, you're gonna be in engagements from quite a ways away, not in, an inch away. So that's why that hybrid scope's on there, and that's what it does. It magnifies it, and that's a very interesting attachment. Something that was in Call of Duty, and that's pretty cool how there's pretty much a double scope. Now, as we see this guy just mow down these people and earn himself a lot of points, I noticed a few things is that, the suppression is still the same amount of points. Also, the killing is the same amount of points. Also, you secure the objective just the same amount of time as you do in Battlefield 3 and Conquest, which is not a surprise. I think they should have kept it this way because it was pretty well thought out. So again, the point system is pretty much the same. You get the same amount of points for just about everything. Not everything though. And also you get, it takes the same amount of time to secure objective in Conquest. Also, guys, real quick, I just want to correct one error. This is not a light machine gun. I don't know why I said that, but as we see here, it's kind of cool. We see new animation as we take down this wall, showing us the new feature of Levolution, which is what everyone's so crazy about. But this is kind of cool. I like this new animation better. Instead of bringing out a grenade launcher, I'm liking all the new animations in this new Battlefield. They really did a good job on these animations, from the stabbing animations, the counterattack animations, the parachuting animations, the swimming, everything. But yes, guys, as we see here, this is part of the Levolution. As we shoot this column right here, this does bring down the kind of the ceiling, I guess. And also, as you see there, a tank falls, and now the recon class, yes, the recon puts C4 on the tank and blows it up, confirming that the recon class can get C4. That is pretty amazing, guys. I cannot wait for that. That's pretty cool. I really wish they did that in Battlefield 3. Give the recon class C4. That is really cool. And also, as you see here, the Soul class, as always, has the M203 grenade launcher. But man, I'm telling you what, I am really loving this game on how you can destroy just about anything in the map. Now, to what I hear, I'm pretty sure you can destroy anything, but I'm not sure about that. That's a little bit too much. But yes, you can destroy just about anything, let's just say that, in the map, which is going to make this game so strategic. So say, you know, you blew up that column right there, now you can go up and you can find a better way out of this little area without going up these stairs. That would be a great idea. And also, as you see, how they took out that tank, they saw him, you know, he was on the street above them. They just blew up that column, made the street fell, and blew them up. So this is really going to, you know, invite a new playstyle into Battlefield 3 and make it even more strategic than it is. So I'm very happy about that. And as you saw there, that new animation of spotting and also spot bonus, which I'm really excited about this, is 25 points. And not just 10 points. This is going to make people spot people more and not just try to, you know, spray and take them out, but, you know, give their teammates that advantage or help their teammates more, which is also, again, inviting more teamwork into the game, which is something that Battlefield could use, even though it is already a game that uses a lot of teamwork. So again, that is really going to, you know, really push people to spot people more just because of the extra incentive on spotting people. Now, guys, as we see this new transport vehicle, this is actually a new vehicle, and it's called the Cougar Transport Vehicle, or Cougar Armored Transport Vehicle. Apparently, it's just like the or not really just like the Humvee, but it's similar to the Humvee, so just take note that it's called the Cougar Armored Transport Vehicle, notifying that there's going to be new transport vehicles in this game, which is going to be pretty exciting, because transport vehicles can be kind of fun. I remember using the van. That was pretty fun. I love the van, being the gunner and the driver at the same time. I mean, sometimes I could go on some crazy kill feats, but that's going to be kind of interesting, because there is no gameplay of the Cougar Armored Vehicle out there yet, but I really want to see how this thing runs, because, you know, obviously it's a little bit different because it has a different name. Hopefully it's that way, but I don't know. Now, guys, as we see this squad move up, we see this player jump into this water vehicle. This looks like a pretty armored vehicle, so a very armored boat, which is something kind of new and something that might be pretty exciting to use. But guys, stop it right here. This frame right here tells us that vehicles, or most vehicles, not every single aspect of vehicles or not every single weapon for vehicles will have limited ammo, but right here, guys, we see that this has limited ammo. Now, to what I'm concerned of, or what I'm aware of, I know that the gunner of the tank actually has unlimited ammo. That's what I heard. Sorry if that's wrong. It might just be a rumor. I don't know. But as we see here, we are seeing a very good balance in vehicles, because they now have limited ammo for the most part. And this is really going to make, you know, drivers more strategic. Again, strategic on how they use their ammo, be more conservative. And as you see here, jet skis. That is another big thing into this new game. Jet skis. I cannot wait just to go, you know, jump into one of those jet skis and just, you know, zoom around and just, I don't even know what. It's gonna be very exciting though. And also, guys, I just want to point out that, look at that, he just jumped out of that boat with a jet ski. That is also very cool, and that is very interesting to see how they, you know, came up with that. Now, as you see here, we're just seeing a lot of good destructive environment, which is also good to see, because this is, you know, the next Battlefield. And as you saw right there, another thing, he got a hit marker on the helicopter, which does show us how bullets can actually just, you know, from small arms fire can actually damage vehicles. Now, all those things I just went over just shows you how Battlefield 4 is going to be balancing out the vehicles. So we all know how in Battlefield 3, if you had a good pilot or a good driver or whatever, you guys just went off. Because, you know, he could dodge Stinger missiles, he could just dodge jets all the time. And also, if you're with a gunner and you had air-to-ground missiles, you could just take out tanks or any threats. And it was really just impossible sometimes to shoot those people or shoot those kind of pilots down. And that is really frustrating when that kind of pilot's on the other team, because it makes it so hard to do anything. Because say you're in a tank and he can just take you out because you can't really do much. He's a good pilot, and it really makes it really unfair, because especially someone in a flanker or one of those kind of jets, it makes it impossible, because he can just take out your tank with his freaking jet and his minigun on his jet, and he can just really control the whole battlefield. So this new kind of thinking of where you can have small arms fire damage vehicles or damage air vehicles, and also have limited ammo and all of these other things, really makes vehicles kind of balanced and makes them more strategic, or makes the pilots go a little bit more strategic on how they approach the battlefield, which is a great thing to balance out the battlefield and make it less frustrating for the people like infantry or tank or just anyone, because again, those people, those great pilots who can just pretty much control the battlefield, can no longer do that unless they are very skilled and they can get past this limited ammo. It'll be really interesting to see how people do now with these air vehicles, but we'll see how it goes. Now, as we are in this elevator, we can confirm 2 guns, the CT-805 for the support, and also the Scorpion for the engineer. Both guns made by the Czech Republic. That's just a little trivia fact for you guys. Also, just want to say one more thing about the elevators. Very, very creative idea. First time in the Battlefield series. Very interesting to see how they brought this into this game. And also, a lot of people think that you will be able to go into any floor of this building, but that is false. You can only go on the first floor or the last floor. And as you know, you can't really control, what floor you go onto, so that's how you know. You just obviously just press the button that says go up, and then you go up to the last floor. So that's simple as that. And also, why would you want to? I mean, it would be kind of cool to explore the whole building, but the thing is that it'll take forever. It'll be impossible to find anyone on like a 24 building. So that's a kind of good thing. They didn't allow you to go on any floor, instead of just allowing you to go onto the first floor and the last floor. Now it's gonna be very interesting to see how this goes, because I mean, everyone's probably going to want to go into that, elevator and try to get up to that last floor and secure that flag. Because if you secure that flag on top of that building, you have control of the whole battlefield. You really do. You can just jump off the building, parachute down onto pretty much any objective. So if you're on top of that building, you have control of the whole map until it is blown up. So I'm telling you what, it's going to be like a 20-man battle for that elevator. It's going to be very chaotic. Also, I can see a lot of trolls and a lot of campers camping near this elevator. That is pretty much a con, but I don't want to be optimistic. I want to be as bright as I can. Also, see right here, you have hit markers on air vehicles, as I said before. This is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. And as you see here, as it blows up, you can see that the explosion is a whole lot more realistic. I'm glad to see that, because Battlefield 3, it did look kind of realistic, but not that realistic. And you see here in Battlefield 4, it has really improved. Also, guys, before I go any further, I just want to kind of announce that back in the elevator, there was another gun that was kind of confirmed in that elevator. There was the AK-5 that was available for the support and also the recon class, kind of saying that it's a PDW and it's going to be available for all classes. Now, let's go back to that other screenshot of the commander mode, and let's see the powers that the commander has of the battlefield. So first off, guys, something that kind of scares me. Why is this being taken, or why is this recording on a tablet? Are you going to be able to do this on the PS4? I think so, but I'm not sure how you would do this on a tablet or whatever it is. I'm not sure if it's some kind of application, but this is really confusing. I'm not sure why they would show this on a tablet, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you should be able to do this on the PS4, but it would be kind of inconvenient on a kind of a console, because you do have to use the joysticks to maneuver around the screen, which does seem pretty, it could be frustrating. But yes, guys, before I get off topic, let's get back to the powers of the commander. It looks like we got a gunship, which is amazing, EMP UAV, Tomahawk missile, which the EMP UAV I believe is a counter UAV. Also, we got an infantry scan, which I believe is a UAV. And again, the Tomahawk missile, which you did just see that clip with the Tomahawk missile. It looks like the Tomahawk missile is going to have a pretty nice trajectory. It looks very nice, and looking at that trajectory, it looks like that the Frostbite 3 game engine really has worked on the trajectory even more, and it looks like the trajectory is going to be even nicer and even more advanced in Battlefield 4, which is also very exciting. Okay guys, now moving on, we see that this building is tilting, and this is part of the Levolution. The people are destroying the 4 pillars on the bottom of the building. If you want to learn how to make this building fall, I will leave an annotation on the screen on how to do so. I made a video on how to destroy this building or how to make it fall. It's fairly simple, go watch the video. But yes guys, as we see here, the building is falling, but I want to give you one little quick tip. If you guys secure this flag, do not destroy the building, because you have complete control over the map pretty much if you have that have that objective, because you can just simply again jump out of the building like you are now and secure other objectives. Also, you have overwatch on the enemies, and you can pretty much give command and orders to people on the ground and tell them and order them to destroy the enemies. Now, as you see here, it is falling the building epically, and this is, you know, triggering the Levolution, and I cannot wait to see the Levolution on other maps. But yes guys, quickly, we're going to be seeing this little knife clip that I want to take note of right here. It is a counterattack, and that is very interesting. Going back to that freeze frame, I see a melee bonus worth 25 points. So if you melee someone, you get a bonus. Now, this guy did come up from the front, and there is an animation for, you know, coming up from the front. You can actually stab people to the face or kill someone from the front, which is pretty interesting. But this guy deflected a melee. That's something very interesting. But can you do that when someone comes up behind you? And I so hope so. I mean, maybe if you make, you know, the button you press random, but I'm so hoping you can, you know, deflect a melee from behind, and I'm pretty sure you might be able to, because this was taken during the pre-alpha stage, so they might implement some more counter attacks to the knifing, and I hope they do, because I am so tired of getting knifed from behind. And if they do, they must probably make you press 2 keys instead of 1, because it is harder to deflect a knife from behind, most likely in real life. So maybe if you are able to deflect a knife, maybe make the person press 3 keys to deflect the knife. That'd be pretty interesting. I hope you guys understand, but that is pretty much it. One more thing I want to note, guys, is that in this screenshot, I noticed one thing in the bottom left hand corner of the screen, and that is a little bar with squad perks on it. There's squad sprint, and I can't really read it exactly, but I see squad sprint, squad aim, I'm guessing squad frag, and so on. But this is great news, guys. This means that you can't get the squad perks unless you work as a squad. Now, that is amazing, because this is going to be another aspect that makes you work as a squad even more in Battlefield 4, which to me makes the game even funner, if that was a word. But yes, guys, that is it. I just wanted to kind of note that just real quick, and it's amazing how they put that in a game. That was a very, very smart idea, and I hope that they keep it like that way until the game comes out. But yes, guys, that is it. Once again, I'm really enjoying all the animations, as you see right here, having the M320 or M2, I don't even know what it is, but you know what I'm saying, the grenade launcher on the underslug of the assault rifle, not just, you know, a single M203 grenade launcher where you have to pull out. I really like it how you can just kind of flick it and you have a grenade launcher. I also like the swimming. This time in this game, you could actually swim to shore with your gun out. You're not just a sitting duck. Also, if you want to be stealth, you can actually go underwater and, you know, be less vulnerable to getting shot. But you can only hold your breath for so long. But I'm telling you what, they're doing a lot more with the animations and making it a lot better. Also, again, right here, you're seeing the Levolution, another great aspect of the game. I can't wait to use the elevator and that tower, and also I can't wait to destroy it. I can't wait for all the destruction in this game. It's going to bring so much, you know, entertainment. Also, I just want to note one thing. I can't wait for the trajectories. I'm telling you what, as you saw from that Tomahawk missile, it just shows you how perfected that the Frostbite 3 engine made the trajectories, and it's going to, that's a big thing about Battlefield 3. I just want to note that right there. Battlefield 3 does a great job with the trajectories because of the Frostbite 3 game engine. I cannot wait for those, because that Tomahawk missile looks sweet. That trajectory is just amazing, and it just shows you how well the Frostbite 3 engine made the game. Also, I kind of want to note the explosives, or I mean not the explosives, but the explosion of vehicles and destruction vehicles looks a lot more realistic. Also, the lighting effects look a lot more realistic, and the debris looks a lot more realistic. Just everything, just the particles and the screen looks a lot more realistic. Everything, I like the lighting effects better, and so on. Guys, I'm telling you what, this is going to be probably my favorite game I have ever played, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And if I missed one little detail, you please tell me that and tell the community that, because I've been commenting forever, and we will all love to see what I missed, because there's so many features and so many hidden details in this gameplay, and guys, I really want to know everything. So please tell me if I missed a single detail, and tell us what that detail was and what feature it brings to the game. Again, guys, I am signing out this time for real, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would, please leave a like, because it really helps me out, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.